I don't wanna pick your brain. I just want the microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanna share my love, but it's gotta be with someone who's precious. You're never gonna get my love, accepting that you're real precious. You're never gonna cramp my style, baby, cause I get a lot of pleasure. And if you wanna test my style, you better have a whole lot of measure. Cause I'm a rock back chick, never tag along the never look back chick. Trendy, a little crazy, intelligently singing rock back chick. No sticks, no stones, or any kind of weapon don't belong here. I don't wanna break no bones, I just want a microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, 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 good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, viewers. It's Friday, the 19th of August, 2022, and it's 7 a.m. Welcome to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough. As we continue to give God thanks for life, I am Julian Skeet. And viewers, we're so thankful to have you connected with us here on the Tobago Updates morning show. A lot's been happening in the Tobago space. And just to give you a little more insight into that, we head on over to news in 90 seconds with Candice.
Thank you, Julian. And here is your news in 90 seconds for Friday, 19th August 2022. Vendors at the Scarborough Market protested yesterday over health and safety policies. According to vendors, the market management frequently moves around their goods and sends them out of the facility for sanitization weekly. In July, the market was closed for 18 days for a major sanitization exercise affecting vendors' revenue. In response to the protest action, the Division of Food Production, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development stated that the sanitization measure was necessary to ensure a clean and healthy environment. This is as a result of some vendors' unsanitary habits. Meanwhile, political leader of Unity of the People and Youth Ambassador for Youths Will Rise, Nkosi Phillips, presented their version of the Tobago Carnival called Carnitopia. According to Phillips, Wednesday's launch of Tobago Carnival did not encapsulate the true essence of the island's carnival. They said the launch was akin to a Tobago festival with a series of parties and fetes, while there are no competitions for calypso and mass bands and no grant funding. Phillips' proposal for Carnitopia contains plans for mass and calypso competitions with goat and crab races and grant funding. The proposal has a budget of $3.2 million and allegedly has the support of band leaders and calypsonians. And now nationally, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, and Guyana's President, Dr. Mohamed Ifran Ali, committed to working together to make trade easier among CARICOM member states. One of the ways they plan to do so is by reducing the many non-tariff barriers which stand in the way of production. Dr. Rowley and Ali said a task force was developed to eliminate non-tariff barriers and establish policies for trade. During a news conference, Dr. Rowley said restrictions on trade outside of tariff systems will undermine CARICOM's goals for creating an efficient single market and economy, if not controlled. And that was your news in 90 seconds. It is back to you, Julian.
Thank you so much, Candice, there for giving us the highlights. And so much happening in the Tobago space. We saw the challenges happening out there with our market vendors and, of course, the response coming through the division. And you're now at that toss-up once again. Maintain healthy practices, continue to sanitize. Business owners continue and the market vendors raising issues in relations to losing income. So let's hope there can be some middle ground found there so that to ensure that, more importantly for us, the persons who utilize this space and also are required to buy the items and so on, that we can be comforted knowing that the place is sanitized and at the same time that our market vendors are not being disadvantaged to the extent that they probably have to even consider variation in prices. All right, so we look forward to really getting some kind of possible solutions coming out on that end. I also want to shout out this morning, earlier this week, I had the opportunity to be at the Caribbean Media Awards, which took place, and that was hosted by the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, the 52 General Assembly that took place, aspects of it carried live here on Tobago Update. And this morning I'm shouting out my colleagues out there. I had the opportunity to be on the red carpet with Ainka, a lot of energy if you know her any at all, and to connect with Sigoni and Hans out there, those in the media fraternity. And I really want to give that shout out. And more importantly for me, it was good to see, particularly at the awards, a number of young persons in the mix, which kind of sends a very good signal in terms of the growth and development. And obviously that was one of the areas spoken to over the tenure and the period of the conference, looking at that continuity in terms of the organization and indeed the entire media fraternity. So shout outs there to the Caribbean Broadcasting Union having hosted their 52nd Assembly here in Tobago. All right, at this point, viewers, we head on into our birthday celebration today. As we head on over to birthday celebrations, this morning I want to send a birthday shout out to Simone Scipio Briggs, and this is coming from Dion, the husband, the children, and the entire family. Simone, again, I want to wish you a happy birthday, one of my good friends out there. And this second pick is actually also Simone Scipio Briggs, and Shanice sends the message saying she wants this one going out from Shanice, which is your firstborn. She wants you to know that and to wish you a happy birthday. So we're sending birthday greetings out to Simone Scipio Briggs, coming from the entire family, wishing you a happy birthday, and also wishing you a happy birthday from my family and the Tobago Updates family. I know that you'll have an enjoyable day into the weekend-long celebrations. Yes, folks, this morning I also want to highlight Eclipse Eli. That's the brand I'm wearing today. You can see it, as they would say in the days of Superman, on my chest. The brand Eclipse Eli. I'm wearing that brand this morning, and I want to continue to thank. We would have had Eclipse on a few weeks ago, and so sending our appreciation out this morning to Eclipse Eli. And we want to indicate that we're looking forward to that follow-up interview here on the Tobago Update morning show. Viewers, at this point we head on into the rundown for this morning, and we start on what's a very topical issue here in the TNT space. As far as we are all aware, there has been a ban placed, a 6-month ban on the scrap iron industry and scrap iron exports, to be very specific. And this morning we will start the conversation with Alan Ferguson, president of Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association. So that's Alan Ferguson we start with. We continue the conversation with regards to the Reach Business Expo, and this is we'll be chatting with Kurt Moses, a project assistant of the Reach unit. And we'll also hear this morning information regarding the Excel Innovational Football and Cricket Tournament. And we'll be having conversations with Marvin Hippolyte and John Hippolyte, and they is co-founder and chairman respectively of Excel and Levertrace Foundation. So we look forward to those discussions in the lineup this morning. This morning we also want to shout out Selma Lashley on the live with us, and I see Simone Scipio Briggs is on the live with us, expressing her appreciation. Morning to you, Auntie Dora, Carol Fraser Davidson, Listra Belfon. Hey, my very own family out there. Denise Phillips, morning to you. Travis Moses, Humble Blessed Chick. We want to say morning to each and every one of you. Lisa James, Those of you continuing to connect with us, Didi Vincent, thank you so much for the continued love and support for the Tobago Updates morning show. But as we prepare to head on in to our next segment this morning, we take this time out to remind you this is your opportunity to share the live, share the live, share the live.
And look at me face to face. Good morning, good morning, good morning, morning.
The Board of Directors of Lambo Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited is pleased to invite all members to attend the 75th and 76th Annual General Meeting guided for Thursday, the 25th of August, 2022. This will take place at the Tobago Food and Nutrition Cooperative Society, Cayman and Tobago, starting at 5 p.m. Members will be invited to register from 4:15 p.m. sharp. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed, and you are invited to continue wearing a mask. At Lambo Credit Union, we are always here for you.
Tell us about your organization, institution, when established, organizational structure. What are your organization's cause, mission, objectives? Please provide us with your organization's website, email, or social media handle. Does your organization have a bank account with a financial institution in Tobago? If so, please provide us the name of the financial institution. What is your role within the organization? How do we contact you? In 100 words or less, please tell us a bit about your organization's good work and why a donation from team might help. If your organization is selected to receive a donation from team, how will the funds be utilized? How will the community or constituency served by your organization benefit from a team donation? How would the donation from team be publicly acknowledged or advertised?
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back. It's 7:12 a.m. This is the Tobago Updates morning show coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough. In this segment, we are chatting with Alan Ferguson, President of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association. Morning to you, sir.
Morning to you and your viewers, man. It's a pleasure to be on here with you this morning.
All right, let's try that again. Morning to you, sir.
Morning. You hear me?
Excellent. Hearing you loud and clear now. So we start the conversation. We're heading right on in. The government has enacted a 6-month ban on the exportation of old and scrap metals as a result of what our Attorney General refers to as wanton assault on national security infrastructure. Your thoughts and feelings as we start this morning's discussions.
Well, it's sad for Trinidad and Tobago. Why there are some people that will suffer because of some people in Trinidad and Tobago going on probably moving manhole cover, moving copper. It still don't give the government the rights to ban a whole industry that you say doing good. You as the government know that this industry is sending out the most containers every single month out of the Port of Point, Leisure and Port of Spain. This government know that. This government understand that the importance of the industry, but still went and closed this industry. So we know that we have a problem in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, we have a problem. There's a lot of people stealing people's vehicles, invasion, doing a lot of invasion in people's house. A lot of robbery, a lot of killing. One of the major things, the police, the intelligence of the police had to do investigation and find out there's a lot of people exporting drugs out of Trinidad and Tobago, and that industry remain without going and lock up the big guns on them. But as industry that poor people just gain of food every single day, you want to shut it down instead of you fix it. You don't need to shut down nothing to fix it, Because if we go to watch Trinidad and Tobago, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago might have to shut down because we're not going good. We're not going good. For
Tell
a
us,
country.
tell us, Mr. Ferguson, was your association consulted in this process?
Let me say that when we heard the Prime Minister's statement that he will go to the Attorney General and look, we had asked them for a meeting. We had sat down with them and recommended a short term that way we could able to stop this crime. They didn't want to listen because we had say, listen to me. You know what causing majority of the problem? 90% of the problem, people going and stealing TFCT wire because TFCT condemn these wire and leave it there so people going and steal it. We say ban the copper for 2 or 3 months. You hear what we say? The copper part of the exporting. Let me hold up on it for 3 months. Why we sit down and we fix it? And this will not interfere with the whole industry. This will not just interfere with part of the industry that we could have gone along and still work with one another, work with the government to straighten out the whole industry whilst we just wait to fix this problem that we have. This is the recommendation. We also, as scrap dealers, we had recognized that it have a problem. Yes, we had recognized that the major problem is the van men going out. So we had recommended that all van men going out have a sticker to identify that there is a scrap dealer, and it will have numbers that people, if they see them, they could call on us. We had all of that recommended. We also recommended that the van men and them, when they go out to purchase buy material, that they have a book to take up all the people who they go and buy to purchase the material for, that they will take all the information. All the information mean that where you're from. If you're from Arima, you're from in Tobago, take all the information, what type of material you purchase, people name, people number, address, all these things. So when you come to our yard, we will take a copy of it, and then we will take the material and rest it down for 7 days. So if anybody with any material have any problem, the police or the person who missed the material are able to come to our yard and take a look and see what went on. You understand what I'm saying? All these things that we recommend in a short term. We will identify the material that cause any problem, the motor, the pumps and the pumps on petrol train, the TSCT wire, the manhole cover. We will identify these materials as serious materials, so they know that when they come to yard, a red card must identify these material. Also, we recognize. We say, listen to me. All of us will have the CCTV cameras that we will be able to go back and if there's any problem, we'll go back to see whatever is necessary. All these things we recommended. So when you see the association fighting now, it's not now we started fighting. It's since 2011. Since 2011, we have lobbying government go to regularize this industry and make it a better industry. We have sat down with all the stakeholders, the Ministry of Trade, the Ministry of Works, the intelligence of the police branch. We have sat down with the AMA, we sit down with T&Tech, WhatsApp, you name the organization. We have sat down with them to work to make this industry better. So when you see them coming and they're saying, listen to me, we're now going to put the proposal together. It's 11 years we working on this proposal. Why it is now? Because all they do all the work. We is to be blamed. This is a serious issue. This is an industry that is the last industry that poor people is eat a food from. This is the last industry that a poor person could come off the street and a household woman who home and had nothing to feed the family could go around she yard and pick up something, put in she barrow, put in she car and come to our yard and get money to feed she family. We employ the lowest in the stick in Trinidad and Tobago. We talking about people who we can't get no work no way. When they come out, if they come out of jail, people running them because they bad record. If you come from Laventille or you come from certain part of Trinidad and Tobago, you ain't study, they don't study you. But you know what we say? We will work with them and say, listen to me, the best way to go is to work hard for what you want, and we will talk to them how to be good to your wife, good to your children, change your life. We will be talking to them. We have people counseling them, talking to them all how this is what you want to mash up and take away the control that we have from this type of people. And you could understand why people protesting and doing all that. And we told them that if you shut down this industry, it will have a lot of protests. It might have things that you wouldn't want to happen to Trinidad, because we know that it's hungry and starving people work with this industry. And when they see they can't get nothing, because they have no employment for them, no way to have no employment. If you watch how much bands has been moving about from Tobago and Trinidad, also in Trinidad, if you see the employment of this industry, because you need to understand this in industry. Just about a month or 2 months ago, the Minister of Trade said this industry have improved 47% for the last 2 years. 47% export out of Trinidad. Why you want to shut down an industry that you know doing good? Why you want to shut down an industry that bringing in foreign exchange and employing a lot of people? Why you want to shut down an industry? Because you feel that it has something in your head, that all you think, all you understand it, all you just want to make an attack on poor people. And every time you're shutting down something, it's something from the poor people. You want to shut them.
Mr. Ferguson, well, you say it's in their head, but the reports seem to show reports of activities happening from as early as 2020, 50 plus, 30 persons arrested. 2021, you are in the 80s with reports, 50-something persons arrested and continuing. What then would be the alternative in these circumstances? Because I recall you would have been on an interview here earlier, and you made a recommendation that there should be a ban for some period, within aspects of the industry to try to deal with the challenge. So bring some clarity to that for me, please.
We would be any program I would have always tell them that before this thing escalated, I would have sit down first with TSTT and warn them and ask them to partner with us, that we were able to use their contractors to remove all these cables, and when they partner with us, they were able to get money, cash, US dollars, they were able to get, because we would get an investor to come to pay them, and then we were able to, based on the selling of the copper, we were able to pay back what we would take from the investor. So we had talked to TSCT before this thing started off, so because in 2013 we would have sit down with TSCT and find a solution for when there was thief and copper. We would have find a problem, how we will solve the problem, and we did it. At that time, people were seeing TSCT copper and just watching it and passing straight. Why is it hanging down from the post? People wasn't interfering with it because they know the penalty. Because at that time, we had a commissioner wanted was to work with us, and we decided that, hey, commissioner, you all could go in yards and start a raid yards and see if people having copper in the yards. This would have do a serious effect. When we tell them that, it's like they want to do that. And that is why all these things going on. Listen to me this again. We would have asked for a ban on copper, and we would have recommended that to the government. A ban on copper for 2 to 3 months. And when you lick down the market, stop the export of the copper. This now we are able to stop all this. And whilst we would have been sitting down with them and working out how we could deal with this copper theft. Even people would have copper in their possession. We would be able to go now and make sure that these things do go into containers by people watching when they pack in container a copper, because there's a few numbers of people just export copper out of Trinidad, and we would have recommended that when containers are scrapped and all them sort of thing going to the port, let them use the scanner so that receive it. If somebody says scrap and not copper, they were able to monitor all of that. All these things we had recommended. I could tell you the amount of things. It's not like We from since 2011, we didn't do nothing, We continue communicating with government come, government go to regularize this industry, And when people now could come to say because you allow something to get out of hand and you want to punish us for that, and because some people will be hurt because of what went on to somebody when I might go and take something, and because they don't understand. It's not we as the association to go around locking up people or going and raiding people's yards. What we do in the past is that we will go and take police and go and shut down yards that we recognize that was in our license and operating in a way that not following what the law say to operate with. We will do all of that.
Mr. Ferguson, in the limited time that we have left, I want to get an idea from you. This is the situation as in the position taken by the government. How do you propose to move forward in terms of representing the interests of your members? What's the plans of the association in response to this in terms of going forward at this point? Given what I can clearly see and hear is a passion and definite concern on your part as president of the association.
Yeah, what we would like to do first is to get a meeting with them. A meeting, if we get a meeting with them, we again will show them that you don't need to ban this whole industry to take care of it. You don't need to do it. What we will tell them, one of the things that we will tell them is still put a temporary ban on the copper, and let us work with the industry, and we will solve the problem like any other industry. Now, all these things, why we making all the effort to make these things work? Because it's like you have an industry and you know you have a problem. We had to sit down with the government and work it out. The only way it could be done is by we and them sitting down. Now, I want to use your station to people in Tobago, because we have a lot of scrap people in Tobago. This Wednesday here, we having a motorcade from by Brian Lara Stadium to straight to Port of Spain. And we asking all bandmen from Tobago and all different regions of Trinidad and Tobago, truckers, vanmen, workers, scrapyards, all of you all, I would like you all to meet us by Baron Lara Stadium, 9 o'clock Wednesday. We're calling everybody out. We would like everybody to be part of this. I am saying to the government, please hear our call. You see how it is. Before this thing can spread all over Trinidad, please hear our cry and let us work together to straighten out a problem that is supposed to be fixed long time ago. And I thank you for having me on this morning. And we is welcome to any meeting with the government to sit down and work this thing out.
All right, thank you very much there, Alan Ferguson, President of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association, joining us here on set at joining us on live for the Tobago Updates morning show, joining us virtually there out of Trinidad. And you hear the plea and you hear the cry that he's certainly calling on the government to have the necessary conversations in moving forward. As the concerns of the association, they really want to put forward their concerns. So we trust that the relevant authorities are indeed tuned in and will give an opportunity for further discussions and considerations. But thank you very much for bringing the information here to our viewers and listeners at the Tobago Updates morning show. Viewers, we prepare to head on into our next segment where we'll be chatting on the Reach Business Expo. Just before we head on out there, we want to remind you that this is your opportunity to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Good morning, put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This world is getting so cold.
Where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Susaland, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. X-Sales Power Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
Never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers. It's 7:31 a.m. and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough. And we want to just pull up another birthday in the lineup here. It's Friday. And this morning we sent birthday shout-outs to Ceylan Timothy. And that's coming from Ashul Endeavor and the entire family out there, wishing you a happy birthday. So we want to wish you all the best, coming from the Tobago Updates family as well. All right, viewers, at this point, we're prepared to head on into our next segment this morning, where we are going to be chatting with Kurt Moses, Project Assistant of the REACH Unit. Morning to you.
Hi, morning.
And welcome on set.
Thank you.
I must say, this is also my classmate out of Scarborough Secondary, class of 2001.
Yeah, yes.
All right. As we get into the interview this morning, the REACH Unit, let's start there by indicating to persons what division is the REACH Unit associated with?
Okay, the REACH Unit is under the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, the Protection Unit.
All right. And tell us, what's the reach or the ambit of the REACH Unit?
Yeah.
What's the areas of responsibility?
Okay, but REACH really is an acronym, and it stands for Realization of Economic Achievement. The main focus of REACH it's a community-based initiative, and it focuses mainly on community empowerment and poverty eradication throughout communities in Tobago.
So this is one of those areas where persons who may be in challenged circumstances probably have some ideas and wanting to reach out, they can connect with you all and you help and guide them. So just give us a little idea, what's the process usually? Who might be eligible as persons to come to the REACH Unit to access?
Okay, as I say, it's a community-based initiative. Anybody from the community, you must be living in Tobago over 3 years to try to access the grant. The grant is a business grant. The grant, it used to be 7,500. It's now 15,000. It's basically to help you with your business, to mainly equipment, raw materials, stuff like that.
All right. So we have the upcoming expo. And what's the objective of the upcoming REACH Business Expo?
Yes.
Let's get on into it.
We have an expo this Sunday, the 21st. The expo is basically past clients or clients who have applied and still waiting funding. You know, we see the need to help market them. So this Sunday, we have 11 clients. and they'll be offering their goods and services. So we're asking everyone, all of Tobago, to come down and give them their support.
Where is it carded to take place? And just tell us as well the time on Sunday.
It's carded at Boko. That's in that area where they keep the Sunday school.
Right.
And it starts at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It runs from 10 to 5 on this Sunday at the Boko facility.
Yes.
Any ideas you want to give us a little sneak peek in terms of what are some of the areas that we are likely to see or persons that are come to see?
Okay. We have food on sale. We have persons doing homemade ice cream. We have craft. We have persons doing wool products. We have persons doing soaps, body baths. We have persons who does T-shirts, who in the line of clothing that sew their own clothes and stuff like that.
Why was it important for the Reach unit to create this kind of setting for its clients? The main focus of our expo is to help market clients. So we don't just give you the grant and tell you okay. We work along with you, and we always host an expo or many expos. So we want to help market the clients so they can gain potential new clients and just to advertise their business about their goods and services, what they do. Does the Reach unit also provide the kind of support after the grant has been given, or it's take a grant and go when you're ready, come again? Tell us about that kind of follow-up.
After 3 months, you are expected to see one of us, an officer. We do monitoring and evaluating. We check your books, see how things going with you, what kind of training you need, whether marketing, whether financial training, how to do up your books, record keeping. So we don't just leave you.
All right.
We check in on you every now and then.
Excellent. And some contact information for persons who may be interested in being able to connect with the Reach unit and to find out more about these initiatives taking place.
Okay, sure. You could always visit the division web page, Facebook page.
Right.
There are 2 numbers that you could WhatsApp if you need information or if you need applications. If you need applications, you could come down to the division and at head office and get applications. One of the numbers to call or to WhatsApp to get applications is 684-2484 or 723-1939.
All right. What I would like you to share with us again, remind our viewers in terms of where it's going to be taking place, the time. And I'm seeing someone asking here very quickly, what's the age group? Are there any limits in terms of the age group that can access and apply for these grants in terms of Reach?
The age group, you must be over 18.
All right. So basically, once you're over 18, you qualify.
Yes, you can apply.
All right, good.
And willing and able.
All right. So again, just remind our viewers in terms of the information, when it's going to be taking place, the time, the venue.
Okay, it's this Sunday, as I said, the 21st. It's going to be at Boko, that area where they keep that Sunday school. We are appealing to the community of Boko and the wider Tobago to please come down and support our local business and entrepreneurs.
And this is not the first time that this Reach Expo is taking place?
It's one of many.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of many that we always try to help promote our clients.
And tell us a little bit about the success of those that have gone in the past. For those people who have benefited, by way of participating in the expo, getting the kind of exposure. Any success stories?
Okay.
You may be thinking of many. I just want one. I wouldn't like to call. Well, you don't have to go into names, but just kind of sharing in terms of any business area that would have been successful.
Let me see off my head. We have a lot of persons that what we would see is from us they would leave and then go to BDU. So right. As the business keep on expanding. So we have a lot of persons that do that. Can't call all the names right now.
Right. So it kind of gives you an opportunity to have that startup, that preparation, and then you can transition.
It's basically seed funding. As I said, it used to be 7,500 and it only just recently moved to 15,000.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's open, far and wide persons get the information. And in fact, when they come down to the Business Expo on Sunday, they will also have access to get information about the Reach unit. So as we're seeing on screen, A reminder to persons, it's the Reach Expo that takes place, business taking place at the Buku Beach facility, Sunday the 21st of August 2022. A number of items that would be available, and it runs from 10 a.m.
to 5 p.m.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anything else you want to share with the general public before we wrap this morning?
Not really. I'm just appealing to persons to come down and to help, to support all the clients.
Excellent. So that's a call in terms of by Kurt Moses, project assistant at the Reach unit. Come out and support the clients, folks. This is Tobago. This is our thing. It takes place on Sunday. So as part of, if you're in the mix, you're going to Lime anyway in Buku. You're coming down to Buku to probably get fish. You're coming down in Buku to spend some time in this space. This is your opportunity. And we want to remind you, taking place Sunday from 10 a.m. at the Buku Beach facility. Remember to connect with all the clients out there and at the expo to get something. Come and support. Walk with your money and make that contribution to those persons who are seeking to make an honest living. Thank you again, Kurt Moses, project assistant of the Reach unit, for joining us here on the Tobago Updates morning show. Viewers, we want to thank you so much, those of you that continue to connect via the live, and thank you for continuing to choose Tobago Updates. And this is your opportunity to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
The Street 919 FM and the Tobago Updates presents the Tobago Updates morning show live simulcast on the Street 919 FM. Start your day with all the information you want and need with the simulcast of the Tobago Updates morning show live Mondays to Fridays from 7 a.m. on the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Our national borders, our first step to security, but a possible access point for guns, drugs, crime. If it does not look right, do the right thing. Call Crime Stoppers anonymously. 800-8477. Report possible border crime.
Advertise with Tobago Updates. Call 284-6597. If you have a small or large business, we can get your information in front of the masses. Reach our rapidly growing viewership on Facebook and YouTube. Promote your brand in Trinidad and the Caribbean through M&E TV Now and Gayel. Yes, we can build unique ads for your business. Call now 284-6597 and advertise with us.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning.
Morning, viewers. It's 7:44 a.m. and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough. Viewers, in this segment, we are chatting with Marvin Hippolyte, co-founder of Excel and Lever Trace Foundation, and John Hippolyte, chairman of Excel and Lever Trace Foundation, on set with us this morning. Morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
All right, so we're going to get started by giving us a little information. Excel and Lever Trace Foundation. Tell us about this foundation. When will it have started? What's the focus of the foundation?
Excel and Lever Trace Foundation, we founded it in 2010. And the purpose of the foundation was to collect used soccer gear and to offer soccer training for kids in lower areas, lying areas, kids who couldn't afford to have the expense of gears and coaching. So we go all around the United States and actually, doing camps, doing clinics, running, football tournaments. And in that way, we get to partner with families. We get to, extend our service to all parts and all kids. And since 11 years, we've been doing this actually in Trinidad. And this is the first time in Tobago, which we're really, really excited about. And this is just going to give us another opportunity to reach out to the local community and spread the good word of actually empowering kids and families through athletics in the specific sport of, they say soccer, in Trinidad, football. And so we're able to, donate gear.
Yes.
We were able to partner with local businesses. We're able to, build good relationships with coaches, local coaches and local coaching academies all across Trinidad and Tobago and, United States as far as we've been doing this. So gives us a really nice opportunity to...
Chairman John, tell us, how has this experience been for you over the years, and more specifically, being able to bring it to Tobago this year?
Well, first of all, I started with my son, right, Marvin Hippolyte and David Austin. Right? And they were kids that grew up in the community of coal mine, right? And because of their experience, right, going to school, right, playing cricket, playing football against other teams in Trinidad, right, we started this foundation in order to help, right, and to guide all the youngsters coming up, right, both in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? We are very excited to have it in Tobago for the first time, because after having it for 8 years, and then the pandemic stepped in, right, there was a low cost. Right? So right now we want to big up Tobago for inviting us, for having us here, right, in order to continue the work that has started since 2011.
And it sounds like you're saying, you told your son, hey, time for we to head to Tobago, we have to answer that call.
Yes.
Marvin, tell us more specifically, the tournament in terms of when it's going to be happening here in the Tobago space. Just give us a little insight, registration of teams and so on.
All right, the event is going to be this Sunday, the 21st at Canaan, I believe.
Yes, Canaan,
right? Yeah. Canaan Bon Accord Recreation Ground, right? Registrations, right? We have over 20 teams, but registrations is still open. We will extend it and push it back a little more, I would say by Saturday for the latest, so that we are able to, in advance at least, send out the schedules to the local coaches. And when I tell you, the tournament is just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We have prizes, we have hampers, we have some back to school giveaways. The foundation has really helped because we are able to collect used soccer gear. We do 2 drives. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. My brother David Austin, who is also on the Excel directors, he is in Mississippi. And so we do soccer drives before we come down. And so we're able to come and distribute a lot of the gears, and it's a really good feeling getting everybody inside. So this Sunday, we're looking forward to a really exciting time and having the opportunity just to share the platform with the local community is something that we truly, truly admire. It's a vision that is like we're living in the vision from yesteryear, so it's really neat.
Over the years, how has it been, or what's the process usually like in terms of securing that kind of support consistently to be able to keep things going? We know it's no easy feat in any foundation to be able to keep those contributions and things flowing to make it happen.
Yes.
As good as your intention is to want to give back and help, how has that experience been, particularly coming through the last 2 years of the pandemic?
Yes, that's a great question, because support is everything. And when I say support, I'm glad to have my father here, my mother as well, having that growth, having that, I would say, guidance from you touched on it, from a young person growing up. You're able to see how you were helped. So as having this platform right now, having my brothers and my sisters, Akeem, Crystal, Nigel, right, Tracy, Brent Murphy, who is a local Tobagoan in here, being on the ground, in the trenches, the communication aspect, the back and forth, it's a difficult process, but when you have great support behind you, it makes everything smooth and everything worthwhile, right? Countless hours of consultations, constant back and forth communication, and as again, just having a good, solid parental support, spiritual support, financial guidance, social support, family support, and local support. It makes it a breeze. It makes it all worthwhile.
Chairman John, and also holding the role of dad in the mix. Tell us how important it is in terms of that essence of, I realize the family is integral in terms of this foundation. Keeping that family bond together in terms of that giving back, and sometimes making the separation between a family event and a foundation event.
Yes. Well, what they say is that behind every good man is a good woman, right? And I forgot to praise the lady, right, for helping us, guiding us through, because she is more on the spiritual side,
yes,
right? So guiding us through in order to make things happen. Right? And as my son said, as Marvin said, it's up and down, forward and backward, right? As we go along, because it is not an easy road to go through, especially when you are not, as we say, financially stable, right? Because we grew up as youngsters in the country-wise, and you know what country is about. Right? Country is about what you get, you take, right? So this in the essence of it, right, has given us that kind of power, that kind of stability to keep moving on and on and on.
From 2010 to present, what would you say is one of the achievements that you are particularly proud about?
First to begin is that we have to thank the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation for assisting us in moving forward. Although it was not of the best, but what you get, you have to take that and work with it. Right? We have other achievements, well, both in soccer, football, and cricket, because I'm also a cricket coach. And we have been able to develop a cricket team, right, under the guidance of the Labour Trace Foundation, right, which we call the Excel Cricket Club. And we have been going, this is the 8th year, and you know, with the pandemic, nothing could have been done for the past 2 years. It's only this year we started, well, I'll say we are crawling right now, right? Hopefully that next year we'll be able to walk and then run.
All right, excellent. As we prepare to wrap this morning's interview, Marvin, as co-founder, just remind us again, when does the tournament take place in terms of location and the time, as well as contact information for persons who may still be interested in registering and or contributing to the foundation?
Okay, so the tournament is this Sunday, August 21st at Canaan. Canaan.
Good, you're getting it now, man.
Born up Quarter Recreation Ground. I don't work on that on my kids and my season.
Yes.
Cannon Border Court Recreation Ground this Sunday, August 21st. Registration is still open. Teams can go online and register at www.excel4950.com. You can go on there and register. We're still keeping the registration lines open until Saturday, this Saturday, the 20th. And you can also contact Brent Murphy at 329-6553 or Nigel at 764-5140. They are on the ground. Their phones are ready to, they're ready to go. And we're looking forward to the local Tobago community to come out and support us for a day of fun, you know, family, excitement, football, and, you know, just an opportunity to spread the good word.
All right. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us here on set. And as we speak, Excel and Leave a Trace Foundation. Got to shout out Akeen's this morning. She prefers to stay behind the camera. But from weeks ago, she's so excited about the planning and the details. She reached out and the discussion started early. So I know she's happy to see the progress happening here today. Yes. All right. So thank you so much again for joining us on set on the Tobago Updates morning show. We've had Marvin Hippolyte, co-founder, and John Hippolyte, chairman of the Excel and Leave a Trace Foundation. And remember, feel free to connect with them via their website. All right, viewers, we want to thank you so much for the continued love and support, and to each and every one of you tuning in. Folks, it's Friday. It's Friday the 19th of August. Yes, and this is one of Ria's thank God it's Friday kind of day. All right, so we want to thank you so much once again for viewing and connecting with us. But we're inviting you to remember to stay tuned, because from here we head on over to GMT with Candice. So viewers, do have an enjoyable weekend. Bye from the Tobago Updates morning show for now, and stay tuned as we head on over to GMT with Candice.
Or any kind of weapon don't belong here. I don't want to break no bones. I just want a microphone. Take the mask off your face and look at me face to face. Good morning.
It was a sunny morning when a handful of youths got their hands down in the dirt and planted a variety of crops such as melon, sweet peppers, tomatoes, chive, and corn. They were excited to participate in the practical component of the My Hands, My Produce project that took place at the Signal Hill Youth Center.
I think that is a very good opportunity for the young persons to come out of their house during the July-August vacation, and it's a positive thing for them to do instead of staying home and getting involved in other stuff that would not benefit them, as well as they'll gain good skills from it.
Well, my experience, it was nice because it's a long while we didn't come out here and do this for some years because of the COVID pandemic for 2 years. I'm glad to know that we are out here and we could still come and still do it as a Police Club and as a team.
I think this project is important for the young people to learn how to grow food instead of being idle and wasting their time. They could put their time into growing some crops.
This initiative comes under the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport. Agricultural officers from the Home Gardening Unit of the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development also worked on the project. They facilitated the practical phase as well as the theoretical sessions that were completed virtually last year. June Lashley, parent and leader of the Canaan Bonaccord Police Youth Club, is one person who got involved in both aspects of this agricultural project.
For me it was good because I put into practice. If you come at my home now, I have started my little gardening bottles and bins, so I would have put what I learned into practice so that I could have my own homegrown produce. So what I would have worked with my hands, I would consume from.
Through the My Hands, My Produce project, Parents as well as children now have knowledge about land preparation, spacing for different crops, types of fertilizers and composting. Coordinator of the Signal Hill Youth Center, Janice Macmillan, says that the initiative is meant to promote healthier eating habits and to stimulate young people's interest in this sector.
It's very important because it's not only growing and planting your own food, there is so much benefits and so much career in agriculture. Some people look at it as just planting, but it's not so. There are the technical, the other aspects of it. You can go into manufacturing, to canning and all, and knowing so much.
Members of the Signal Hill Police Youth Club have taken up the responsibility to continue watering and tending to the plants. In time to come, they expect to reap from the fruit of their labor.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Welcome to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates, your source for current affairs in Tobago, Trinidad and the region. With the perfect conversations to complement your morning routine, I am Candice Jackson, and let's get started with the news in 90 seconds. Vendors of the Scarborough Market protested yesterday over health and safety policies. According to vendors, the market management frequently moves their goods around and sends them out of the facility for sanitization weekly. In July, the market was closed for 18 days for a major sanitization exercise affecting vendors' revenue. In response to the protest action, the Division of Food Production, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development stated that the sanitization measure was necessary to ensure a clean and healthy environment. This is as a result of some vendors' unsanitary habits. Meanwhile, political leader of Unity of the People and youth ambassador for Youths Will Rise, Nkosi Phillips, presented their version of the Tobago Carnival called Canatopia. According to Phillips, Wednesday's launch of the Tobago Carnival did not encapsulate the true essence of the island's carnival. They said the launch is akin to a Tobago festival with a series of parties and fetes, while there are no competitions for calypso and mass bands, and no grant funding. Phillips' proposal for Canatopia contains plans for mass and calypso competitions with goat and crab races and grant funding. The proposal has a budget of $3.2 million and allegedly has the support of band leaders and calypsonians. And nationally, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, and Guyana's President, Dr. Mohamed Ifran Ali, committed to working together to make trade easier among CARICOM member states. One of the ways they plan to do so is by reducing the many non-tariff barriers which stand in the way of production. Dr. Rowley and Dr. Ali said a task force was developed to eliminate non-tariff barriers and establish policies for trade. During a news conference, Dr. Rowley said restrictions on trade outside of tariff systems will undermine CARICOM's goals of creating an efficient single market and economy if not controlled. And that was the news in 90 seconds. And now getting into our conversations this morning, we have a jam-packed program for you, but we're going to get first started with a political leader of Unity of the People. And of course, as was stated in our news just a little bit ago, Nkosi Phillips has a plan for Carnival called Canatopia. So we're going to get a little bit into that discussion. And so first of all, I'm just going to welcome you, Nkosi Phillips, to our set and to Good Morning Tobago. How are you doing this morning?
I am tired, but I'm good and energetic. Good morning to you and good morning to the listening viewers of Trinidad and Tobago. And thank you again for having me.
All right, so we're going to get the conversation started off with just an idea of your views on the launch of Tobago Carnival Wednesday. Now, you compared it to that of a Tobago Fest. So, can you give us a little bit more details?
Well, I wasn't invited, so I don't know actually what happened. I only contributed that that contribution that I gave in response to the calendar of events, and I watched the views on CNC3, all the different media personnel that had it. I watched all the views and comments based on what persons I would have put, and there were good positive response, but also a level of negative response in regards to where is Pan, where is Mass, where is Calypso, where are these things. So, and by looking at it, it's just an effort made to promote parties and party promoters to have their money, and that is not speaking to what Carnival is about. And listening to the Secretary of Tourism saying that Tobago's Carnival is supposed to be about the culture and the tradition, and I never know bikini was a tradition in Tobago. So I guess my response to that launch is based on what I would have seen in the calendar events, and that's about it.
All right, so as a result, you've developed your own plan called Canatopia. And I'm going to ask you, was this something that you had been planning for a while, or was this something that you just recently came up with?
Just something I popped up with, and it's called Carnicopia, Mass and Carnival Calypso Monarch Competition. It's something that, when I had a conversation, when I was hearing all the back and forth, a lot of band leaders were contacting me and saying they're not getting anything, they're not hearing anything from the committee, they don't know what is going on, based on those people going to the trip, what they're going to launch. And I say, you know what, let me have a meeting with them, because we're hearing too much of back and forth, I'm getting too much of a call. I called the minority leader and asked him to accommodate us with a meeting. He accommodated a few number of the band leaders along with Calypsonians, some of the Calypsonians. We had a very good 3-hour dialogue, and after that we would have said to them that, you know, we're going to separate ourselves, because, you know, people are going to say it's a political thing. So we separated ourselves and gave them some ideas as to put a list of things that you all want. Try to have a meeting with the tourism secretary and the chief secretary, and then let's see how we go from there. I also presented to them an idea, because I'm supposed to have a show as well. So I said, you know what, let me put away the show for the youths and try to do this show for them, I think. So after that, now they still coming back, and they had a meeting again, and they invited me to the meeting, and then at that time I would have put something together. After that first meeting, I went home, and within 3 hours this proposal was done. A full proposal as detailed in my press conference yesterday. It was done. So I like to think fast, because we would have left out the mass. They're saying, okay, we have nothing for them. They're trying to get money, because, you know, we've been shut down for 2 years, and there's no, you're telling them that no money, no funding, and how they're making a costume, they're going to get costumes based on persons buying, but there's no marketing system. You bypass Tobago to go to Grenada. You should have took these band members to Trinidad and see how best you could take them for a weekend to get registration and all these things. So I came up with the idea. I did the proposal as finished like 12 o'clock the night. I threw it in 3 hours. I called the executive one time to an emergency late night meeting, and I asked her, this is Trinidad and Tobago Youthful Rights, where I'm the ambassador for. So I called the executive and the youth justice officer, Ms. Benson. We spoke about it, and we had a dialogue, and they went through the proposal. By the morning time period, around 11 o'clock, they told me, okay, good, we're going to approve it. Now you can go forward with it. So after that, now once I got the meeting for the next time, I would have proposed it in the second meeting with the band leaders who were present, and they welcomed the idea and they welcomed the initiative, and from there on.
Can you give me an idea of who some of these Calypsonians and band leaders that approached you about having something different, or with their objections against what was being proposed by the THA?
Oh Lord have mercy. Some of the names I don't know, but I know some of the faces, but I just ain't going to call some of the names, but they were in the meeting. I don't want to call the name, because I don't want, because we're seeing that persons are being blacklisted. That was one of the issues.
Okay.
That persons are being blacklisted, they're being put to the side because they're going opposite to what is there. So I don't want to call names, but we had the meeting was there. It was fruitful, because in the meeting the minority leader was there, and we saw what was there in front of us.
That's fine. Now, you said that one of the problems that you had with the plans was that there were no competitions. So there's no Calypso competition, there's no mass band competition. We have, like Saturday, it's jam-packed with events and so on. But it's just for people to come and revel and have a good time. But the objections was the fact that there was no competition. There's no, in essence, there was no drive. And together with that, because there was no competition, there's no grant funding for these bands in order to put out their product. Now, you have a proposal for that in your plan. So can you give us an idea of what you're thinking that can work within the constraints that we have?
Okay, well, so far, the calendar I've seen is, as I said, it's parties. We're looking at this Sunday, you have something like parade of bands. People are going back to Trinidad on Sunday. What parade of bands you're going to have on a Sunday when most of the Trinidadians are going back on Sunday? So what I would have done, I know they're having an event with PAN on the Saturday, which is the 22nd. There's nothing on the 21st. So I would have fitted it well. We all would have come to a decision that the Friday day, that would have been a good time to start it off at that point in time. So we're going to have old mass production in the competition. It's going to have an old mass production, junior king and queen individual of mass, senior king and queen individual of mass, a goat racing exhibition. We're looking at a calypso manner competition and extempo competition. And we're going to have the prizes and guest artists. And we also set in the artists. We're going to look at our Tobago soca artists first preference and give them the opportunity to, you know, be a part of the show. We're going to invite some of our Trinidad artists as well to also come and enhance the show. We're looking at some of the calypso and the prominent calypsonians to come on part where the calypso competition is most likely going to be with the Tobago only. Right? We would have made that clear. We were not opening it out to outside of Tobago for now. We're still having conversations on that. We also mass the individual king and queen of bands. We're looking at the Friday, the 21st of October, and we're looking at a parade. If you see here, this is where we're looking. We want to do a parade from the Buku. The Buku is something that's drafted. I can't draw properly, but we're looking. I already detailed the plan as to where the bands will be coming out from the Buku. We're looking at it tentatively to control based on funding, and if we get the resources, we're looking at the Buku integrated facility. We're looking at the Buku Road area coming straight down, and we coming into Buku with all the parade bands and all the different masqueraders and everything coming in there. What I try to do is to create an element of the Mashgra or something like the Savannah, like where people could come on the streets. They're going to get the long Savannah. We're going to create a stretch where people could get to hear the rhythm section drums. We're creating that element of the Mashgra, but it's called Cornucopia.
Why is this so important to have?
Because we left out the element. This is the actual true element. Now, all these parties, you don't expect a senior citizen to go and see some girl with a bikini string inside of her doing this thing. This is not carnival. I would not even take my child to go and see these people behaving like that, and especially what they're having. We left out our senior citizens who will want to see a little calypso, or to hear a little calypso and a little extempo. We left out where the mass band, the actual mass leaders who create good costumes and not so revealing of your body and want to present good production. We also look at the persons who want to at least get some money in their pocket. So we do it in a competition where instead of just giving them the money, we must create a production for the people of Tobago. This is what we call value for money. So that is what we actually looked at in this competition. And we gave a total breakdown of what is going to happen in the proposals. Yesterday I started to drop off some proposals in my press conference. I talked about, I even sent one to the Secretary of Tourism. I dropped it off myself while waiting for a very long time. I dropped off one to the Chief Secretary and also the Minority Leader. I've also submitted one to NCC in Trinidad to ask for their help, because at the end of the day, we need assistance, we need funding, and we are reaching out to Trinidad as much as possible. As long as I'm alive, I know that it's Trinidad and Tobago. I've also submitted last night. I got 2 calls from sponsors. They want to meet on Monday in Trinidad. They want us to come and propose to them in front of the executive and what assistance we need. So that is a push. At least the first 2 calls that we got were Trinidad companies. So
if I understand you right, you're in essence holding your own events that is going to be a part of the carnival festivities, but of course a little bit separate and apart from what the THA is planning.
Yes, and they said that they're willing to support based on the chairman. I know in an interview here they said they're willing to support whatever is proposed to them. So this is something that will enhance at least the product that they have for Tobago Carnival, and I think they should look at the proposal and try to come on board. And you know, it's not about me doing something. It's not about UTP, it's not about PDP. It's about creating an element of what the true essence of Carnival is, what they have left out in their proposal.
Now, you made a proposal that's worth about, that's budgeted for about $3.2 million. Now, what happens if you are not able to raise that money in time?
Well, the event doesn't come off, right? But otherwise, we are trying, we are pushing as much as possible to see what we can do, and I would have asked for the mass bands and the Calypsonians to send me a budget of what they would have submitted to the THA, and it was going at close to $60 million. So what I would have done is cut and paste everything. I dropped the prices. I told them, I said, listen, we're begging a lodging, so the prices cannot be of what you sent to them. I cut down, I included everything that we needed, sound system, stage, everything is detailed in the budget that we actually need. So anything other than what is in this budget is something additional, an additional cost. I have make sure I'm going through with a fine teeth comb what exactly we need, where we need people, how we need people, so it doesn't go overboard. And it's always subjected to cut at any time, because I told them, I said the price structure can cut at any time, because we're just trying to accommodate you by getting funds back into your pocket to prepare for the next year carnival, or at least if you don't make it, because we're only seeing some of the new bands that have been pushed and they're rubbing shoulders as alleged to get what they will have to get. But we look at the ones that were there, like the Miss Bedlow, so some of these bass bands who were there before, you know, we need to do marketing. Also, a part of this marketing plan, what we are doing is taking the bands who are interested to Trinidad. We look at some locations, NCC grounds on Queens Park, Savannah. We look at the Brian Laurie Promenade and in South and Twin City Mall. We're going to take them for the weekend, and we're starting from next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We still, despite not getting the funding, we're trying to see how best we could push them. We're going to have a weekend of registration, and I asked them to also put in your package tickets. I'm trying to organize a way that persons who have registered in Trinidad and they're having problem with tickets, we can try to get them over in Tobago some way. So I think I want to meet with the manager of the port to see what is going on with the ticket and the sailings and stuff, and how we can accommodate the Trinidadians coming to Tobago. We also look at the marketing strategy for the persons in this event. We're only going to vendors that are there are the vendors of the mass band to raise funds for the rest of their costumes and to help them to get more money for their costumes. So it's not going to be any outside thing, that we're going to make sure and keep it in line with the mass production, so they could do all the vending. We're going to, all the sponsors, we're going to have a booth. It's going to be a creative day. I'm seeing it, and we're happy. We really want this to come off. And as I said, we know there are a lot of oppositions, and they're going to be opposition, but I'm calling, if the tourism secretary really wants to speak to Carnival and wants to encapsulate the culture of Carnival, this is something that they would have left out. I mean, we don't just say they make a mistake and leave it out. But at the end of the day, it's here now. It's a proposal that is already done. You didn't need a whole committee to get it done, and I'm asking for your assistance, whether financial or whatever resources you can, to allow this to come off and let us all enjoy it. At the end of the day, we all made a Tobago Carnival in the Tobago space. It's not about me, it's not about UTP, it's not about TTU to Rise, it's not about PDP. It's about all of us working together. And you said, for us to enhance the trust in Tobago, this is what we're doing together. So I'm just giving a proposal to them, and if they want to join and work with me and put a team together for us to get this thing done, I have no problem with that. It's not for me, it's for the people of Tobago and the mass band and Calypsonians.
And you said that this is going to happen on the Friday, the
yes,
20th.
Friday. We already have dates for registration for the Calypsonians, which is the 10th and 11th of August. We also have registration for the mass band, which is in the, as early as Monday. The rules and regulations and everything will be coming out. So we're starting the preparation one time, because up to now we haven't heard registration for those parade bands for the other carnival events for the DHA. So those are all the concerns. So every concern that they had, I made sure and fill those spots. I have dates already selected. We're waiting right now for the rules and regulation, the judges' criteria and everything, so we know what to look for. We have them sectioned out in senior queen and king, senior male individual. We just do a little touch of certain things. We do a little extempo. We have junior king price structure. We have female individual, and the price structures go old mass. We have a little old mass. We have old mass band, old mass individual. We try to touch. We have to leave out the kids because the budget was going too high. Right. And I said, listen, we have to cut and paste. So it's either I'll take this, or you'll take with the kiddies and all kind of thing. I understand where the need is, the budget, and especially financing, we have to cut. So, and
of course, this is something that would grow in the future.
Yeah, of course it would. Yes.
So I also want to get from you, because I mean, I know people are listening and they're probably buying into the idea. So how can they get in touch with you to support if they want to?
Okay, so we have an account at Mount Pleasant Credit Union, but if they want to get me for more further information, you can get me at 1-868-297-5667 or 1-868-680-6893. One of the executive numbers is 1-868-493-6258. You can contact me. I'm always in Tobago space. Our Facebook page, you know, my party page, anything, you can message because a lot of persons start messaging for work. We're also creating employment. What we're going to do, the young men in the community are not only in Tobago, in Buko space, but around, we're going to ask them to create a security team. They're going to be responsible. We're going to ask them for a cleaning team as well. So we're creating a little job for the little young men and persons who are not working. So, you know, the budget is $3.2 million, but it's already, as I said, it's subjected to change, and the budget is detailing everything for the persons here. We really hope that the NCC comes on board. We hope that everybody support as much as they can, and don't just look to us because it's a little work and you want that thing, but try to make this happen. Let's have this event happening, and as much as early as next year, whatever is here, I can enhance the proposal for next year and pass it to the tourism secretary for them to get ready for next year properly.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nkosi. We are unfortunately out of time for this segment, but again, we'll be looking forward for hearing from you as the days and the weeks go by and to see how this plan is developed and how it can come into fruition.
Right. I thank you very much for having me, and again, Trinidad, we really need you. We want you to be a part of what is here in Tobago, and thank you very much for coming. And it's not Carnitopia, it's Carnicopia. So I just want to make that changes. There's a taste of carnival in addition to what is presented to you. So thank you all again, and I hope that we get a lot of sponsors and persons on board. So thank you very much for having me.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Well, viewers, we have a lot more coming up on the program, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this break.
Directors of Lamgo Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited is pleased to invite all members to attend the 75th and 76th Annual General Meeting guided for Thursday, the 25th of August, 2022. This will take place at the Tobago Food and Nutrition Cooperative Society, Canaan, Tobago, starting at 5 p.m. Members will be invited to register from 4:15 p.m. sharp. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed, and you are invited to continue wearing a mask. At Lamgo Credit Union, we are always here for you.
Tell us about your organization, institution, when established, organizational structure. What are your organization's cause, mission, objectives? Please provide us with your organization's website, email, or social media handle. Does your organization have a bank account with a financial institution in Tobago? If so, please provide us the name of the financial institution. What is your role within the organization? How do we contact you? In 100 words or less, please tell us a bit about your organization's good work and why a donation from team might help. If your organization is selected to receive a donation from team, how will the funds be utilized? How will the community or constituency served by your organization benefit from a team donation? How would the donation from team be publicly acknowledged or advertised?
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we're stronger.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. It is 8:23 in the morning, a Friday morning. We're at the end of the week. There's a lot happening this weekend, and we are going to be talking about some of that's happening this weekend. As you know, we have the Great Race tomorrow, and it's going to be ending at Store Bay, that traditional location where it started off ending, you know. So, I mean, we have a lot to look forward to that. And, you know, once there is Great Race, there's always Castara Fisherman Fete. So to talk to us about Castara Fisherman Fest, yes, it's happening. It has returned. So it's going to be on Sunday. So to speak to us a little bit about that, we have Mr. Junior Koshi, the president of the Castara Fisher Folk Association. Good morning and welcome to you.
Worldwide. Okay. So I'm here this morning to get Tobago up and running again. Last fest we had was 2019,
yes.
Right? And after that, you know, everybody with COVID and what went on. But on Sunday morning, the place to be is Castara. First, we're going to start with some breakfast from 7 to 9. You get chocolate tea, fried fish, roast bake, fried bake.
And fresh
free.
fish.
And fresh
Most
fish.
importantly, the fresh fish.
Fresh fish, free until 9. You get free breakfast until 9. Then we have our church service, and then we have sports events. We have boat race, swimming race, fishing race from the shore. Candice, you can fish from the shore. Come to the road and give us that thing now, man. Right? And we have Tobago, we have the beach flag race, and we have a race called executive race. And we're also looking for a race called assemble man race. We hope that the assembly will come forward and do that race likewise. So everybody we keep in for. And I can see we have the best racers in Tobago will be in Castara. Because after Storby is Castara.
Yes.
Right? All those boats that come up will be in Castara. You will have a full day. You can't miss it, Candice. If I had to be there, everybody will be on board. Everybody, nobody will be left out. And I can tell you, we have part of that. We have a launch, the 60th anniversary of independence in Castara. We have Iowa, KMC, and others coming. People, Castara, the place.
Yes, and there you have just the flyer because, of course, we have that road show that's going on.
Exactly.
It started in Trinidad, so it's going to be happening. There's one in Tacarigua today, as well as in Point Fortin tomorrow. And but of course, on Sunday, they're going to be a part of the Fisherman Fest. Right. And Mr. Koshi, I want you to tell me about, was there any collaboration to have that as part of the Fisherman Fest?
Yes. What happened, the chief secretary told us about it in the earlies. Yes, they will have it, and suddenly it came on board, and they are partnering with us to have it off. So, the best person you go is Castara. You know what already can do.
Yes.
You can't miss Castara. Come out between 6 and 9. You're going to hear Iowa George. You're going to hear KMC and others, right? We have a pack. We start at 9 in the morning until 3 a.m. So everybody, Castara is the place to be. Candice, your whole crew, Tobago, everybody, Castara is where you have to be. And remember again, free breakfast from 7 to 9. We have a church service for 1 hour. And we have the sports in the day. We have a lot of boat race, swimming race, fishing race, everything. You can't miss it.
All right, and then one of the things that is a major part of the Castara Fisherman Fest is that big pot of fish broth. Now, we had a little taste of it for Heritage.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, to tell me, are we going to have that? And is it going to be full?
Well, I can't say it will be full, but I know we're going to have plenty fish broth. And people, we have parking. We have play field for the parkers. We have through the estate, a new project, and you have from the entering Castara on one side of the road, you can park. And we have the security 100% with us. Like the police is 100% with us, right? And I'm asking everybody to come forward. Let's make this thing a fun, full day.
And it is also a celebration because you've been able to make it through the pandemic and being able to come together again.
Yes, Candice, we did. We did fought. And we always said, during the pandemic, when it's not over, but when things calm down, we are going to come back. And here we are, Sunday morning, bright and early, come to Castara, get your breakfast free, and have a fun full day.
And tell me about the village. How are they excited about this? Are they on board?
It's not the village of Tobago. It's not the village, the whole of Tobago is excited. If you walk on the road and ask a question, you wouldn't hear about Storby. Or great trees, you get to Castara. Imagine yesterday in Scarborough, I was walking and a lady buy tights. So the lady actually, where you buying tights for? She said, Castara, not Castara. Everybody is Castara. Castara is the place to be for this weekend Sunday.
And why is this Fisherman's Fete so important?
Okay, one of the things, it's a tradition, right, Candice? We started this Fisherman's Fete 41 years ago. I was a little child just when it started, right? And we always give back. That's why we say free breakfast and free breakfast in the morning. When we started to give free food, right? But due to everything going up, we started to sell the food for a small price. We get a whole bowl of fish ball for $25, and the breakfast is free. So we still have free. It's a tradition that we always kept, and we go always keep it.
And it's also about giving thanks.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk about that importance and the significance of being able to give thanks for you guys being able to stay safe throughout the year.
Right. Because at the beginning of the year, let me just start at the beginning of the year, January, people come and buy from us, right? True? They all come and buy and buy and buy. And if this time of the year is our time to give back to them, that is our time we will give back to them. That don't say you can get a bowl of fish for free. Can this? You can get that. We still give a bowl of fish for free. By the end of the day, we all open-heartedly give back to the community, people around, and always giving. And we always supporting 100%. You know.
And I want you to tell me a little bit about why the fishermen in Castara is so special to Tobago.
Okay, the fishermen in Castara is so special because we have a great communication among ourselves, right? You know, and it's not to say different Tobago, our culture. Even if we quarrel now among ourselves, you can call the same person. Let us go and do this, and they will be on board. We have a different culture, total different culture. We always combine together. That's what makes up we have. We always come together in a day and get the job done. And that is so important. Getting the job done, you guys what it is, we must get that job done, Candice.
And if somebody wanted to come up to Castara and want to spend the night,
Candice, this time of the year, Candice, last time I checked, it didn't have space for no one as a guest house. Every guest house, as far as I know, was fully booked out over 3 weeks ago for that weekend.
and of course this speaks to the success of the Castara model when it comes to community tourism. And again, I just want you to tell me a little bit about that. I mean, about how much tell me about that tourism aspect of Castara and being able to be in a situation where you guys are booked out pretty much every weekend, pretty much every week.
Okay, Candice, one of the things Castara is self-run by Castarians, right? Guest houses are self-run by Castarians, and I want that we always kept. So because we are self-run by Castarian, we have the culture. You could come to Castara, walk on the beach, a guy will give pizza fish, and this always been going on. Once you give, you always get back in return. And someone will come and say, okay, let me go and eat pizza fish, and go on the beach and meet a man roasting fish, he will give it to you as a stranger and invite you until you come back for more. So we always give. Giving is the success. Once you give, you always get back greater than give. And that's always one thing we do in Castara. We always give, and as I said, the guest house owners are Castarian, run Castarian. So we have our own thing. We have a secret we wouldn't tell everybody, but we have our own thing here that everybody.
I'm pretty sure there's lots of people who want to know what is that secret.
No, we won't let it out. It's just a special what Castarian have. Castarian is Castarian. We have special secret we keep for ourselves. We don't keep it. We don't tell the public about it like this.
All right, so I mean, for people who decide that they want to come up, well, you have to find your own transport back to, the other parts of Tobago because, well, everything is booked up.
Everything is booked up. Everything is booked up. I can see that surely. Everything is booked up, Candice. And I will say, we kicked off in the morning from 7 a.m. again. Remember, people, get your free chocolate tea, get free fish, get free roast bake, fried fish. Proper breakfast, long time breakfast, you call that, right? You're boiling chocolate in a big pot, frying bake outside and roasting bake outside. Well, that's to say, Candice.
Well, actually, at the Tobago Heritage Festival.
Okay. So we see, and Castara always have that.
Yes.
We always have that.
And like I said, we had, like, if you were there in Castara for the North Side Passion, you would have gotten a taste, a small taste, because, I mean, from a lot of people that we spoke to, a lot of people we interacted with, a lot of them said that, come back for Fisherman Fete. Okay. Because when they come back for Fisherman Fete, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be more food,
yes.
and it's
Candice, Candice, you are correct 100%.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Kwashi, for being on set with us and to tell us a bit about Fisherman Fete, because, of course, you know, when there is great race, there's always Castara Fisherman Fete after.
Okay.
So, a jam-packed weekend.
Jam-packed weekend, and the place to be is Castara.
The place to be is Castara. All right, Mr. Kwashi, so viewers, you heard it, 7 a.m., said it throughout the interview, 7 a.m. in case you don't, you forgot 7 a.m. And, of course, we have Iowa George.
Yes.
And can you share a little bit about who are the other artists that will be there on Sunday as well?
I will keep you as a secret again.
Many secrets from Castara.
Exactly. Face to be is Castara.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kwashi, and viewers. Please stay with us because we have a lot more coming up after the break.
We are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches. We are rivers. We are melanated ones.
Amailakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamailakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level.
Excel Spa by Haley, where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Switzerland, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Excel Spa by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
Never ever worry, don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry if your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil will always be here for you.
Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
The Board of Directors of Lamgo Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited is pleased to invite all members to attend the 75th and 76th Annual General Meeting carried for Thursday, the 25th of August, 2022. This will take place at the Tobago Food and Nutrition Cooperative Society, Canaan, Tobago, starting at 5 p.m. Members will be invited to register from 4:15 p.m. sharp. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed, and you are invited to continue wearing a mask. At Lamgo Credit Union, we are always here for you.
Tell us about your organization, institution, when established, organizational structure. What are your organization's cause, mission, objectives? Please provide us with your organization's website, email, or social media handle. Does your organization have a bank account with a financial institution in Tobago? If so, please provide us the name of the financial institution. What is your role within the organization? How do we contact you? In 100 100 words or less. Please tell us a bit about your organization's good work and why a donation from team might help. If your organization is selected to receive a donation from team, how will the funds be utilized? How will the community or constituency served by your organization benefit from a team donation? How would the donation from team be publicly acknowledged or advertised?
We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we stronger.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. It is 8:39 in the morning. Of course, it's Friday morning. Happy that it's Friday. Anyways, we're going to be speaking about some more events that are happening this weekend. We have the Great Race happening. We have Cassandra Fisherman's Fete on Sunday. And on Saturday, we also have a special Independence Cultural Fiesta. And to talk to us a little bit about that Independence Cultural Fiesta, we have the Tobago Paradise Island Entertainment crew, and representing them, we have Miss Jonaline Wickham Zappa and Miss Anna Rajpal Singh. Special good morning and welcome to you.
Morning. Good morning.
Alright, so viewers, and if you notice, they're decked out in varying dress styles, I should say, varying cultural expressions. And this goes along with the theme of the show that, or the event that's going to happen on Saturday. So I'm going to start with you, Anna. Just tell me a little bit about what can we expect.
Oh, you can expect a wide range of stuff happening. We will be having performances from different cultures. We'll be having local fire dance. We'll be having Moko Jombies. We'll be having some kids performing the national anthem and stuff like that. So we want people to come out and show their support for them. We'll also be having singing. We'll be having music, dances, all of those special events that we'll be having.
And of course, it is all about showing the cultural diversity of Trinidad and Tobago, going in theme along with our 60th independence celebration that's going to be happening at the end of this month. Yes. So, Susie, I want you to tell me a little bit about, why this big cultural show?
Well, we have so many cultures in Trinidad and Tobago. So many people have come and settled, and they brought with them their culture together with our culture, and we have invited them to come and showcase what they have to offer together with us, with our Trinidad and Tobago culture, so that we could have celebrate independence together.
And yes, it's a celebration. Mm-hmm. And what is so special about having all of these elements come together, Anna?
Well, that's what makes Trinidad and Tobago, so many cultures. I mean, what we started with in Trinidad and Tobago would have been the indentured laborers, slaves. We had different cultures at that time, but since then we have grown in different cultures. Now we have, as you can see, the Chilean. We have many different influences. So it's not only about the independence. It's about celebrating all the different countries that come together to make Trinidad and Tobago, and who call Trinidad and Tobago home. So it makes it special and unique because we have the widest variety of different celebrations here in Trinidad and Tobago. And why separate them? We are not Chinese, we are not Indian, we are not African, we are not any of that. We are Trinidadians and Tobagonians, and together we are Trinbagonians. So it's to celebrate that.
All right, and of course on Saturday we're going to have all of those displays. And I mean, Susie, you are decked out in I guess something similar to Polynesian. You're influenced by some
Polynesian, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I wanted to tell me a little bit about that influence and what can we expect on Saturday where that's concerned.
Well, I am married to somebody from Easter Island. They're native. They are Rapa Nui, and I am wearing their costume. And on Saturday we will be having songs and dance from that culture. And my husband and I, we live in Tobago for the past 7 years, and we have been doing this, and
Well, for the people who have never seen it, we would like them to come and see what it's all about. It's something new, and well, before being married to him, I have never seen it in Trinidad and Tobago. So wherever we go, to showcase, people always comment, this is something new, where it's from. We always have to answer questions after. So just as we walk in the studio today and people was curious and what is happening, what was you, we always get that. But the Easter Island, that's where he's from. It's so rich in culture, and he loved bringing it to Trinidad and Tobago. And in addition to our culture, we have Arabian, we have belly dancers in the show. We have other cultures.
And of course, Tobago Island Paradise, this is something, a new thing that has sort of started up. And why are you guys, what was the inspiration behind you guys having this established?
Oh, it was just 4 friends who loved diversity. We love experiencing new things. When David got in contact with Susie and Ariel, he was excited because he loves the Rapa Nui culture, he always has. And me coming from an ethnic background of being Hindu, we came together and realized, oh, we really do love interacting with the different aspects of Trinidad and Tobago. And I love learning about their culture in Rapa Nui, and we love the African experience. We just love it all. So we came together to celebrate all the different ethnicities of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. And why is it so important for us to sort of learn about each other's cultures?
Well, for one thing, this is not a place or a time where racism should exist. Unfortunately, it does. So if it is, we educate people about it. If we open up people's eyes to the experience and the fun of traditions and all of that, it will eliminate that. We want to bring our togetherness together. We want to celebrate together. We want to have a unity, All
right. And Susie, well, because this is happening at Villa Bliss. So tell me about, the choice and location and why there?
The location is ideal because it's a backyard, and the backyard is leading to the beach. So you could do cooking on site. You have that. You could you have the area to cook. You could the dance. The stage is close to the beach, so you have that nice scenery and lots of greenery. So space for the music. So it's a kind of garden, kind of family, kind of community kind of settings.
So in essence, it's a wonderful environment.
Yes, it
for
is.
us to just learn and just be a part of each other.
Exactly. And we will be interacting with the crowd. It's not like a concert. So everybody will be taking part and getting involved in what is happening.
All right. So, I want you to just give me a little bit more details as to, when, where, and...
So it starts at Bacalat Bliss Villa. You can find the directions on Google Maps. You just go into Google Maps, you type in Bacalat Bliss, and the villa will show up, so you can follow the directions from there. It starts from 4 p.m. We'll be having different little performances, and we'll also be having some games. So we're having our Trinidad and Tobago vision of beer pong. So we're having Trini Pong Dong, Bullseye for a Bly, Bottle Ring for a Ting, Dunk for a Drunk, and Sling the Shot for a Shot. So we have a lot of games, we have prizes, we have giveaways, we have eats and drinks, and it all starts from 4 p.m.
And most importantly, it's free.
Yes, it is.
Because, and why have this production free of charge?
Well, for a first time especially, we want to invite people out to come and experience what it is we really can do as 4 friends coming together just to unify the cultures. And we really want that the families could come out and experience it together. So if you're looking for something to do after the little boat race and stuff tomorrow, just come on over. We'll have a good few things going on, eat, drinks, good entertainment for the whole family. It's clean, everything.
All right, great. I want to thank you guys so much for being on set this morning, for telling us about this wonderful culture extravaganza, in essence, that we're having. I mean, it's important for us to be able to learn and appreciate each other's cultures.
And enjoy it at the same time.
Right, and just celebrate each other.
Yes,
exactly.
That's good.
Celebrate all the elements of what makes us Trinidad and Tobago. All right. So there you have it, viewers, on Saturday from about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. You know, come out to Villa Bliss in Bacalat. How can they get in contact with you?
They can contact us on 460-5439.
Right. All right. So there you have it. But viewers, I mean, we have a lot more on the program, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this break.
The Board of Directors of Lambo Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited is pleased to invite all members to attend the 75th and 76th Annual General Meeting carried for Thursday, the 25th of August, 2022. This will take place at the Tobago Food and Nutrition Cooperative Society, Canaan, Tobago, starting at 5 p.m. Members will be invited to register from 4:15 p.m. sharp. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed, and you are invited to continue wearing a mask. At Lambo Credit Union, we are always here for you.
Never ever worry, don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry, if you're nice can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil will always be here for you.
Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Tell us about your organization, institution, when established, organizational structure. What are your organization's cause, mission, objectives? Please provide us with your organization's website, email, or social media handle. Does your organization have a bank account with a financial institution in Tobago? If so, please provide us the name of the financial institution. What is your role within the organization? How do we contact you? In 100 words or less, please tell us a bit about your organization's good work and why a donation from team might help. If your organization is selected to receive a donation from team, how will the funds be utilized? How will the community or constituency served by your organization benefit from a team donation? How would the donation from team be publicly acknowledged or advertised? Advertise with Tobago Updates. Call 284-6597. If you have a small or large business, we can get your information in front of the masses. Reach our rapidly growing viewership on Facebook and YouTube. Promote your brand in Trinidad and the Caribbean through M&E TV Now and Gayel. Yes, we can build unique ads for your business. Call now 284-6597 and advertise with us.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
We are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we're stronger.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. It is 8:52 in the morning and we are on Friday. Yes, we made it to the end of the week, and it's, you know, when you made it to the end of the week, it's always great to have things to look forward to. And of course, like I said, we have great race happening tomorrow. And then at Storm Bay is something that, you know, I mean, it's returning that back to its original place. It's something I know a lot of people have been looking forward to. And this time we can have a lot of spectators around, you know, because we're coming out of the pandemic and we have that freedom and so on again. No, and of course we have Casara Fisherman Fest on Sunday, and on Saturday we have that cultural extravaganza, that independence celebration and Villa Bliss, where we're going to be experiencing a whole host of different cultures in a very intimate and special way, you know. So, and of course, that's free entry. So you want to, you have a lot to take in this weekend, a lot to celebrate as we're getting ready for independence. We have 60 years we're going to be celebrating here in Trinidad and Tobago. And then 2 months away from that, we are going to be having Tobago Carnival. Yes, I mean, as you know, just on Wednesday, we had the calendar of events. And if you're wondering exactly what it's going to look like for that specific weekend, of course, there's a lot of events leading up to it in terms of a lot of parties and fetes. But on the actual weekend itself, and this is from the 28th to the 30th, now we have, as you see on the screen, we have Pan in the Gael. We have a Pan extravaganza celebration on Friday. And then on Saturday, my goodness, Saturday, you're going to have to be fit. You're going to have to have your energy all the way up because you have Juve in the morning. Then again at 9, we have Mud in the afternoon at 4. So you get a little rest a small rest between Mud and the Tuco Tobago Lime. And that's like an all-inclusive party, and that's going to be at Tropicus Hotel. And then there's also Night Mass in Roxborough. And later on, there is also a Masquerade Gala. Let me tell you, that's 5 events. That's 5 things on Saturday. So for folks that are really into Carnival, you're not going to be sleeping on Saturday because the next morning, you have the parade of bands starting from about 10 o'clock in the morning throughout Scarborough. It's a jam-packed weekend. You're going to have your vitamins all the way up. You're going to be taking the supplements. You're going to be wanting to if you're not in fit, you got to get in fit now because it's going to be a trip. And now we have some of the videos, the promotional videos that came out this week. And in case you didn't get a chance to see, we're going to get started off with the first Carnival video. So hopefully the director has it up and we can get into that just about now.
To prepare seems odd. Cold. Roused. Stirred. Awakened. Call it what you may. Ready must we all release.
Alright, so yeah, coming up.
Of what is going to be happening, we have to talk about Mud because Tobago Carnival is nothing without Mud, and Mud is at one of the center stage for the Tobago Carnival. And here we have now the promotional video for Mud.
Mud is life. Mud is life is a Juve carnival experience like no other, where mud is used as a colorful, cleansing, life-giving elixir. Mud is Life will be the biggest, dirtiest, most beautiful event for the first official Tobago Carnival ever. This is a mass to enlighten the masses and let the whole world know of the potent power of the neoteric mud formula indigenous to the majestic, magical Isle of Tobago. Tobago, are you ready to make history? As people from all around the world come together to celebrate Mud Mass as the original traditional Tobago Mass, as it was in the beginning. Everything is mud, mud and more mud, mud and mud. Mud is love! Mud is life. Turn the whole world upside down.
So mud is happening. Mud is going to be a major part of Tobago Carnival. So we have a lot to look forward for. Hope those videos have whetted your appetite. You got a lot more events now. We're hearing from promoters both in Tobago and Trinidad, because there's a lot of Trinidadians will be working along for a lot that's going to be happening, especially in the month of October. So you got to stay tuned to Tobago Updates, because we will be bringing you all the updates on what is going to be happening on October. All right, viewers, so that's all we have for the program. Stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend. There's a lot of events to take part in. Go and have some fun. But, of course, remember to stay safe. And we will see you again on Monday. And remember to stay connected with Tobago Updates.
Rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers. We are melanated.